Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of our AM Minnesota program. We're going to have a fun show today because we're going to learn about all the happenings next weekend during Dennison Days. That's right, Dennison Days is back to August. With me is longtime Dennison Lions Club member Joe Amy. Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Gordy. How's it going there?
It's going great. Looking forward to next weekend. And I know you tried moving it to June the last couple of years, but it didn't quite take off, did it?
Well, when you've had a festival that's been the same weekend or month for as long as everybody can remember, yeah, it did. And last year, of course, we had 102-degree weather that day, so one more reason for people to maybe not make it. But our thought was maybe earlier in the season we might offer something different to people, but they kind of got their summer schedule set. So, yes, we're looking forward to being back this year on the 7th and 8th.
All kinds of fun activities. I think people around these parts are probably pretty familiar with the activities you can have going on during Dennison Days. So I was asked specifically to ask you if there's anything new going on.
Oh, we got a couple things that'll be coming up this year on Friday night as it kicks off. We've got friends up the street at Cattleman's are going to do the biggest dip contest, a chance for people to make their favorite chip dip and enter it into a little contest for maybe a little prize. So that's going on along with a pie eating contest. So if you're hungry and want to, make a mess and win some more money, we've got that going on as well. And this year, Friday night, the Old Country Boys are playing. They're a good regional band as well that everybody likes.
Do we get to choose our flavor of pie?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to talk to Marie down at Cattleman's. I think there might be two choices. But.
All right. I'll make sure I get that question to her because I'm sure I'll be asked.
Indeed.
Saturday's the big day, though, right?
Yeah, it is. We've got a lot of the old returning favorites. We've got the morning starts with the all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast. That's hosted by the Dennison Church and the Near Strand Dennison Fire Department. The boys come over and flip some cakes, and we have sausage, and all anybody can eat, eggs, and coffee, and juice, and that starts from 8 o'clock. At 8, goes till 11. At the same time, the car show right across the street here on Main Street, hosted by the Kutchman Club, is going on, and that runs all morning, and then they give out the trophies about 1 before our parade.
There's a farmer's market downtown beginning at 8 that morning.
Yep, right on Main Street here as well. We've got Wednesday night farmer's market is every Wednesday here in Dennison from 5 till 7. So we've got many of those vendors returning and hopefully a few more that morning for Dennison Days.
Of course, people know, Joe, I think the people who are listening know that you're the proprietor there at the Fireside, but across the road now you got a new event center called Sapphire.
Yeah, we took the property had sat vacant for multiple years, and we needed a little room for kitchen expansion for our catering business, and one thing led to another, and thanks to our friends up the street at Heritage Bank, we figured out a way to make it all work. So we opened the Sapphire Cocktail Lounge and Event Room. It is a venue for weddings and graduation events we've had so far, and birthdays. Fun part of it is Cocktail Lounge, so if we don't have events going on from September to May, the bar opens up in the lounge from 4:30 till whenever on Friday and Saturday nights, if there isn't an event going on. Then, of course, we've got some outside property right next to it for people that want to set up and play some games or have a place for the kids to run when the old folks are in the building talking. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about it, and it's a nice addition to Main Street.
So it'd be a good spot for a family reunion.
Absolutely. We actually just had one there last weekend. So as people get traveling further and those hot weather days, having it out on the farm or in the backyard, it gave us climate-controlled space for them to enjoy the day.
So people will be able to stop in and see your place this next weekend?
Yep, they will be open as well. for some good refreshment in between all the activities going on Main Street.
I see a euchre tournament at 8:30 on Saturday morning at the Fireside.
Yep, our longtime Lions member Jen Egham helps host that, and that starts, like you say, at 8:30, and the bar will be open here so everybody can get their morning Bloody Mary if they need something besides just coffee to get the day started here in Dennison.
There's a scavenger hunt beginning at 9 with a $100 cash prize.
Yeah, anybody that wants to be part of that, they meet at the main tent where the pancake breakfast is held here next to Fireside, and they'll get the map and area of search for the scavenger hunt, and they can, whoever brings it back first gets $100.
Dennison, I'm sure, is known for the fact that you are proud of your rural roots, right? That's what Dennison's all about.
Well, absolutely. I'm born and raised in the area, moved to Northfield, came back. You know, Main Street's obviously changed in Dennison, no different than any other small town, but we were a farming community, and still much of the area is. We're blessed to have some good ag land around here, and fortunately with this rain coming this morning, things are going to green up hopefully a little today too.
Yeah, so those who enjoy truck and tractor pulls, I mean, you're probably going to have a good one there. It's at 10 Saturday morning. The Kids Pedal Tractor Pull is on Main Street about the same time.
Yeah, the Kids Pedal Pull is going on. There may be a slight change in the truck and tractor pull, so people will want to watch the website and the Dennison Days Facebook page just on timing. There was a slight schedule conflict with something on the poll, but that I don't have the exact details, but people can watch the socials and the website and make sure and get that time updated, whatever change that is.
Now, Sapphire is not the only new business in Dennison, right?
No, last year a couple of area farmers purchased the old CFS elevator here, and the building across the street from us, where the main elevator and shop was, is now Goben Seed. Brian and Brock and Chrissy are seed dealers with Channel Seed, and they made that one of their two warehouses. So we have a little more activity in Main Street now.
I'm a little prejudiced because I have to admit I'm a Lion here in Faribault, and I know the Lions Club does great things here, and I'm sure the Dennison Lions, I know they've been involved in this ever since Dennison Days began, right?
Yeah, my understanding is our club started in the later 70s, 76, 77. The Main Street businesses at the time when we had one, and some names people remember. You had Mel Johnson up at the grocery store. Ray Stenhog was our longtime gas man. And Gary and Susie Schutzley that used to own the Fireside here, all part of it. And then, of course, would do the activities in town. And Dennison Days was one of their big events. And we've been able to continue it now with our generation, but it's always a fun event. And, the club acts kind of like the community chamber in these smaller towns.
Yeah, no, that's a good comparison there, because somebody's got to do it, right?
Yep, exactly. And of course, if you got a business on Main Street, you're volunteered whether you show up to the committee meeting or not, I think. But that's okay.
Oh, there you go. Food stands open at 11 on Saturday morning, and you usually have a fair number of those, right?
Yeah, we usually do 2 to 3, depending. We've got barbecue stand coming, and then, of course, another one with just all your fair food favorites, burgers and hot dogs and fries and that stuff. And then our neighbors, we've got our menu here at Fireside. If you can come in, if it's warm, you can get out of the heat or take a break. I know Cattleman's is doing a few different things out of their kitchen as well that day. So plenty of opportunities to recharge and rehydrate.
Did we touch on the all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast?
Yep. Like I said in the beginning, we starts at 8 o'clock, and again hosted by the Fire Administration and Dennison Fire Department and the Dennison Community Church, fundraiser for both the fire department and the church activities, and that goes right up to 11.
You got any sugar-free ones for us diabetics?
Oh, we always have sugar-free syrup. I know that because we do get asked. So yeah.
And you know something? That stuff's not all that bad either.
Well, they seem to be getting some of the flavors better than when we were all a lot younger. It tastes like fake sugar. So now they've gotten pretty good at it.
I mean, they used to be really bad.
Yeah, without a doubt. So,
but they've definitely improved.
Indeed.
Yeah, no question about it. I'm going to have to take a market update here in just a little minute, and then we'll come back after a few minutes and go over the parade. I know they've got a bags tournament happening on Saturday, but again, Friday is the pie eating contest, the biggest dip event, and the Old Country Boys, who you mentioned, are really a regional favorite here. I see them quite often around the area.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having them out on Main Street. If the weather holds, we'll be setting them up Friday night right on Main Street across from Cattleman's and Sapphire, and that'll be a great place to enjoy the evening if the weather holds for us.
And then you've got Shane Martin on Saturday.
Yeah, he'll be here in town as well. He was here a couple years ago. He's more well-known up to the north side of the cities, but he just does a great job in a full variety with his band. He did his Alabama tribute a few years ago when he was here. I know he's not doing the full tribute show. It'll be more of a mix, but we're excited to have him back this year.
Yeah, fantastic. Get out and enjoy summer. That's what Dennison Days is all about. Right now, I'm going to take that little break, courtesy of your KDHL Agri Boosters. Get the opening market report from the folks at the Linder Farm Network. Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency near Strand, Werner Farm Seed Dundas, and NorthlandFarmBuildings.com bring you the opening report.
Good morning. It's time for the market update here on the Linder Farm Network. And joining us, Jim Empter, Van Auning Company, Alexandria. Well, Jim, mixed markets at this hour. What is moving those markets with corn a little lower, beans a little higher?
Yeah, Linda, a lot of chop, a lot of gyrations here in the market. We've talked about that. And here in the wheat market this morning, we're down 20 to 23 cents. That's kind of souring, the corn market a little bit when you couple that with some good rains across parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, down through Iowa. But make no mistake, there's areas that were missed. There's a pretty good swath of northwestern Iowa that did not get much rain. There's southern Minnesota. The county is just along the border, and next county up did not get a lot of rain. South of I-90 really is what we can summarize there. And areas of North and South Dakota that are very hit and miss. So, again, there's more benefit than not, Linda, but there's areas that were missed, and I think that's where you're going to keep some buyers around because the trend is maybe one more shot of rain early next week, and then we turn back to warmer and drier conditions. So those that do not get rain out of these two systems, overnight last night into today, and then again Monday, Tuesday of next week, are going to go backwards, no question about it, because, again, that trend turns warmer, drier. So that's the gyrations of the market, Linda. Would not be surprised that we overall do try to take the cleanse here as we start August, find our way down to some key support areas, and then, again, I think we're in for a wild finish to 26 and maybe even a better upside 2027, but we got to keep one step in front of the other here as we work ahead.
Livestock futures on the higher side on this Friday morning. What's happening?
Yeah. Both feeders and lives have kind of found their way above, these key first resistance points. So rounding out a base bottom is what we like to say. I don't like to call bottoms and tops, Linda, anymore because, again, there's so many news stories that can cause a market to go deeper than one thing, so rally more than one thing. So this is a component of, hey, technically we're making a good trade. Cash is getting bid up here, 232 to 235 live base, stress trade, 365 to 367. That's $3 to $5 higher. So, again, we've got some things coming together to support a rally. We're getting the rally. Let's see if this cattle market can now go and get some extensions. We're leaning into retracements right now. So the 15, 62% retracements, I think, are zones to focus in on here for both the feeders and lives. As for the hog market, didn't make a good trade. Charts don't look great. Cash undertones are trying to hold it together, but we're below 100 until we get back above it. Softer market. If we get above it, then we'll pay attention again, Linda.
Jim Empter, Van Auning Company, Alexandria. In September, corn 442 and 3/4 down 3. December 466 down 2.5. August beans 1180 and 3/4 up 3.5. September 1175 up 2 3/4. November 1191 and 3/4 up 3. August soybean meal down 130. August soybean oil down 110. September Chicago wheat Detroit down 23. Minneapolis, September down 21 3/4. August live cattle up 65. October up 32. August feeder cattle up 85. August lean hogs up 50. October up 75. The Dow's is down 63. This is the Linder Farm Network.
No matter if you live on the farm or in town, pest control is very important. From insect control to mouse control, even on the farm, there are many pests you have to deal with around those grain bins and outbuildings, both inside and out. I can personally recommend Plunkett's Pest Control. They've been doing mine for many years. They are fantastic. Give them a call. Find out what it's all about. 877-571-7100. Plunkett's, 877-571-7100. 7100.
Compart's Boar Store is excited to share year-end nursery closeout data of just 1.04% mortality on 237,000 head of Compart Duroc sired piglets. If you're interested in easy starting, robust pigs with industry-leading meat quality, genetic material is available through our newly expanded boar stud network, as well as live boar additions. Contact Chris Compart at 507-381-9280.
That's enough.
AM Minnesota on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
Once again, we've got Joe Amy with us. He's a longtime member of the Lions Club in Dennison. They put on Dennison Days, which is coming up next weekend, Friday, August 7th. And Saturday, August 8th, the majority of the activities happening on the 8th. A lot is happening on the 7th as well. And, Joe, is this a fundraiser for the Lions to do some projects, or how does that work?
Yeah, our activities around town, both to support putting the event on, and also with the pancake breakfast and others, are definitely to raise funds that supports the activities that the Lions Club does. Locally, the Dennison Lions and its members do a variety of things each year. As we donate, we award scholarships each year to the graduating students around the areas, contributions to other local clubs and field trips, things like that. Our club also supports some of the Lions national projects, including the iBank and the Leader Dog program, which is just a great program that the Lions are part of.
I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate. It depends on how you look at it, but part of Dennison, correct me if I'm wrong, is in Goodhue County, and part of it is in Rice County.
That is correct. Where the old train tracks went behind the elevator, and where the Dennison Depot sits now, was where the tracks went, and the line is parted. So that's why we call it the County Line Road, going straight through town here. So yeah, much of the town is in Goodhue County, and a little bit over there on the west side is Rice County.
So I'm guessing you have multiple school districts there too.
Yeah, I know Dennison is primarily supports Northfield, at least on our tax bill, but we've got kids that go to Kenyon and some to Randolph as well through open enrollment. So when I was a kid, I could have made a choice, but I was a Kenyon kid. So.
Okay. So do you do scholarships in those districts then?
Yep, Kenyon, Northfield, Randolph, Cannon Falls is our primary point. We try to make it the Dennison area Lions. Of course, we support the Nearstrand Elementary School as well. They're an important part of Nearstrand over there, too. And it's great for a little town to have a charter school like that.
I tried talking Jerry into getting his tractor out of mothballs for your parade, but he won't do it. And I showed him proof, Joe, that you have a $300 prize for the best parade entry this year. $300 is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, no, we figure it's a good way to get people to come out and celebrate and add a few more to the parade. We know everybody's busy, and we thought maybe a little seed money might motivate a few more entries this year.
Man, oh man, that's a really nice prize. And the parade, it says here, starts at 1:30 on Saturday.
Yep, we always started off with the kids in the front, and then the full parade runs down Main Street. And if it's really good, we get to see it twice. I believe you might help host that this year for us.
Yeah. The sign-up's going to be at noon right there on Main Street, and it's always a fun time. I enjoy going over and visiting with folks in Dennison and announcing the parade. Always have a good time, and like you said, it comes around for a second time.
Well, you got to do that, and you might miss something the first time, so you want to make sure that you see it all.
That's the beauty of it. Now, how can people participate in your raffles? Could they do that?
Yep, and raffle tickets are on sale right now at all the businesses here in town at the Heritage Bank Dennison, Dennison Depot, Cattleman's Saloon, Fireside, and they're also available up in Neostrand at the Parkside. And we've got some good cash prizes. $500 is the first prize, second $200, third $300 or $100, and plus a bunch of smaller prizes as well. So we draw for that in the evening at 10 o'clock. You need not be present to win, but you can pick it up. And again, that's one more fundraiser for us that supports the Lions Club activities.
What are my odds of winning a prize? How many total tickets are you selling?
I believe there's 1,000 tickets total. So not too bad. If you buy a 10-pack, for $50, you got a pretty good chance.
All right. And again, it's sponsored by the Dennison Lions Club, and they had to get a charitable gambling permit to do that.
That is correct. Our charitable gambling number for those that want to know, 2762. They can always look. Lions also have the charitable gambling in both the Fireside and Cattleman's Saloon and Sapphire. And again, those funds are used for a variety of projects throughout the year as we continue to support our city park here in Dennison and Neostrand. Of course, the area fire departments we try to make donations to throughout the year because with mutual aid and all around, it's one of those things you hope you never have to use, but they need good equipment when they got to respond in a hurry. So we're lucky to be able to donate a pretty good amount of funds every year to the area fire department.
Some celebrations have a button. Do you guys have a button?
We do have a button. There's 3 different ones that are out this year. They're $2. Again, available all over town here. And the Heritage Bank helps host that. And there's, after the festival is done on Sunday, there's a drawing for usually about 30 numbers for a wide variety of prizes, from gift certificates to cash to whatever. And they can watch the website and the Facebook page for those. And once they're gone, they're gone. We usually get about 300 of them, and they've sold out the last couple of years, even before the day. So if you want a Dennison Days button, pick it up.
So there'd be 300 per button, so 900 total?
No, 300. 100 for each button, so a total of 300 buttons. Okay. So your odds of winning a little prize there is pretty good. So, and that's all donated thanks to our friends at Heritage Bank.
There's a bags tournament at 2:30 on Saturday. Cattleman's Saloon is putting that on.
Yep, they got prizes for first, second, and third. And so you can sign up at Cattleman's or give them a call, and they will get you set up, and that's at 2:30 over here on Main Street.
Power Tool gift card and purse bingo starts at 4 in the afternoon.
All is a hit. We do that under the tent here and right off Main Street at Fireside. And a chance to win. I know some of the members were picking up the prizes today, so it always is a good time and always is a full tent. And as usual, refreshments are available adjacent to all the tables, so you can stay hydrated again in the afternoon.
Yeah, we want to definitely do that. And I see you've got a keg toss with a 100% payout in the evening.
Yep, right across the street here, again on Main Street. Anybody can participate. We have an 8 and a 16-gallon keg. So if you don't think you can do the big one, you can throw the smaller one. And it's a good chance for people to have fun and test their muscles.
By the way, that Shane Martin concert is no cover charge.
That is correct. We were able to bring Shane down this year thanks to a lot of the sponsorships, and we'll shout out a couple here, Jeff, at Pro Build Construction over in Dundas and his crew, along with Service Master by Ayat, Beth and her team. We're just good supporters here of Dennison Days, and we're excited to have them along with all of our other sponsors as well. It takes a village to put on a village celebration.
Boy, that's for sure. Dennison Days. Again, next weekend, August 7th and 8th, it's a rain or shine event. I don't remember too many years that we've had a lot of rain, though.
No, this goes back even before COVID. I know we had a dry summer and we had a pretty good rain, but everybody was happy to have it because
Great.
it was a dry crop year, and then I think it kind of went away by afternoon, and we got our activities in. It's like any summer festival. You never know what the weather's going to do, but fortunately we've got the tents up and the establishments, so if you got to get in out of the rain for a little bit. But we're hopeful it'll be good, and you put in for a good forecast in the mid to upper 80s, Gordy, and we'll have it covered.
Oh, I'm hoping for that. I can tell you that. Again, that's on August 7th and 8th next weekend in Dennison, Minnesota. If you've never been to Dennison, you'll fall in love when you go to this event because, I don't know, it's just kind of a neat home. It's got a hometown feel to it, Joe.
Yeah, well, again, it brings everybody out, and there's something for everybody to see and do throughout the day, old and young. It's just a good community event, and we're glad to celebrate our little town here in the middle of all the bigger ones. So, and we're thankful for our Lions Club members and our sponsors. Like I said, we've been able to do a lot. A lot of people ask, what's a Lions Club? And like I said earlier, it's kind of your local, for the towns that don't have a chamber and even the ones that do. It's just the community service events and some of the things that maybe slip through the cracks that we're able to help raise funds for or help organizations that help others as well. And
I'm sure you're involved in also the national and even international projects that Lions deals with, right?
Yeah, like I said earlier, they have their iBank program and the Leader Dog program, hearing program. Those are all things that we try to raise some funds for as well. Earlier this couple weeks ago, the wagon train that goes through the area, they raise money for Special Olympics. And our club and other clubs and 4-H's along the way help feed the wagon train when they come through town, and it helps them raise funds. This year it was for Special Olympics, so it's fun to help out others that are doing projects too.
Somebody's trying to call me.
Nope.
While I'm on the air. They're obviously not a KDHL listener.
There you go.
I mean, this show's been on 9:30 to 10 since before I even came here.
Well, that's a long time ago, isn't it?
I know. It'll be 4 decades next year. I'll be here 40 years next year. I can't believe people put up with me that long.
Well, hopefully they'll give you a big fat prize for hanging out that long.
40 whip lashes, huh? Anyway, Dennison Days again is next weekend. Joe, I know you've got a busy schedule ahead of you, so I'm going to let you get on out of here. But I certainly appreciate your joining us and running down all the events that are happening. I hope we touched on them all, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did. And like I said, you can check out DennisonDays.org is the website. And there's a couple of Dennison Days Facebook pages where anything that changes or updated, we'll make sure and get out there. So we thank you as well, Gordy, for your guys' support, and we look forward to seeing everybody next weekend in Dennison.
You bet. Thanks, Joe. You have a great rest of the day and a good weekend.
Thank you.
Joe Amy joining us this morning, longtime member of the Dennison Lions Club. In the final minute, I'll go over a couple of the events again. This is a rain or shine event. Starts on Friday, August 7th. That's the kickoff. The biggest dip in a pie eating contest with cash prizes is happening on Friday night. Live music by Old Country Boys will be right downtown there on the main area. And then on Saturday, they got a day filled with all kinds of activities. And at night, it's Shane Martin in concert, 7 o'clock, under the big tent. That's just outside the fireside. It starts with an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast, and they mean all you can eat. Under the Main Street tent, hosted by the Nearstrand Dennison Fire Department, Dennison Community Church. It's $12 for adults, $5 for kids 12 and under. Free and under, eat for free. Includes pancakes, eggs, sausage, coffee, juice, and milk. It's always delicious. The Classic Car Show, they do a great job, is on Main Street. Clutchman Car Club puts that on. Trophies will be awarded at 1. 1 in the afternoon is when those trophies are awarded. And again, I'll be announcing the parade beginning at 1:30. Probably get into town and be set up and ready to go about 12:30. You can come on over about noon and